Yo, 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 welcome back to the Nah I'm Good Bro podcast. I appreciate all the support that y'all have given me so far. And today I am honored to sit down with another hometown hero, one of my favorite people on the planet. I cannot wait to introduce y'all to this guy. But before I do, there was a newscaster from Fox News that said a few years ago that LeBron James needed to shut up and dribble. And the crazy thing was, LeBron's response was, I can't. I mean too much to society. And this guy that I have here today also didn't shut up and dribble. It really made a name for himself. And that guy is my friend, my competitor, a great competitor, a father, a husband, and none other than my guy, Demario Mayfield. What's up, my guy? How you doing?
Oh, my man. I appreciate you having me on here, bro.
Absolutely. We don't came a long way from me beating up on you back in Franklin County.
The good
um,
old days, bro. Competing against each other, going to war with each other for years, man. Childhood
man,
friends, bro. Like, miss it, hometown and everything, bro.
I'm telling
It don't get much better than that.
Man, I'll tell you, one of my favorite memories of us growing up, man, we've been competing since grade school. One of my favorite memories, y'all came down to Madison County and we was killing, we weren't killing y'all, but we was beating y'all and you just went crazy. I remember you was on the sideline and you just popped a fadeaway three and you just looked at my coach and said, man, sit down. And the coach sat down and then y'all went and beat us, man. It was a crazy. I don't know if you remember it, man, but it was a great time, man.
Bro,
So,
I've made so many memories over basketball, bro. Like, honestly, it's so hard to keep up with them, bro, because like I've been enjoying playing basketball for so many years, bro. And like you make so many memories, bro. Like it's so hard
mm-hmm.
to keep
Oh,
up with a lot of them.
man, you changing the game, man, so I'm not mad at it. So, listen, man, I'm excited to have you. Today's episode is truly a discussion around the dark cloud following black athletes and all the misconceptions and things that follow us. So, before we kind of really get started, I know you my brother, but for everyone else listening, why don't you tell them a little bit more about who you are?
Well, yeah, like just like Pat said, man. Like first, I'm a husband, I'm a father, brother. All of those good things above, man. But first, I'm a black man. And for wise is like all these stigmas falling black guys being uneducated, can't, like
Mm-hmm.
basically just need the sport just to be able to survive in today's world.
Mm-hmm.
For me is it's crazy, man, because like it's a lot more that goes into that person. Obviously each individual is different, in their own way. But for
Right.
wise as me, man, wise the whole stigma around being a black athlete, to me, it's a lot. It's bigger than just being a black athlete. In
Mm-hmm.
today's world, a lot of people view, especially black men, as and being an athlete, they just view you as basically just being dumb, stupid. All the above is you need sports. It's
Mm-hmm.
not that sports need me. Need people like me. So like they don't view it like that.
Right.
And for wise as me, like a lot of people don't know is like I'm well educated. I
Mm-hmm.
have a master's degree in education. I'm a big advocate for education and especially for young black guys.
Right. So, I mean, it's you've heard this, you've seen it, you've been in the mainstream, like you've seen other athletes deal with this crazy mess, man. So, I saw a study that showed that black athletes are 2 times as likely to be publicized on the news for things outside of basketball, the
Yeah.
race out there, that deal with similar issues. So, why do you think that is? Like, do you think it's our fault or is just the world that we live in?
And bro, I used to always, this is not a new topic for me, bro. So like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's actually an interesting topic. Is I don't think it's our fault, bro. I think it has a lot to do with the world that we live in today. People having this big misconception of black people and black athletes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
That's it.
like we all know people who's had the world in their hands and then go out and make a big grave mistake and then it ends up derailing their career, and people just be like, man, you're stupid, man, you're dumb.
Yep.
And like that there just continues to follow that person. And then a lot of the times, well, I'm not going to say a lot of the times, but some of the times it just happens to be a black man or
Mm-hmm.
a black athlete, in that sense. And so, and I think the media takes it and run with it and run with it. And then we get a lot of black people that jump right on board with it and just take it to another level.
Yep. Yep. So I guess think about your story, bro. Like some people say that you are no stranger to adversity, right? With everything that you've been
Hmm.
through. But me knowing you, I think that it just molded your future to where you are now. So thinking about your time at Georgia, then going down to Charlotte, then going out west to Texas, like how do you think that shaped your story from where you are now?
This is something I actually talked to a lot, for wise is like when I got in trouble, man, like I had the world in my hands. At Charlotte, I was one of the main guys, and we all could say if I didn't do this, if I did this, I could have been here. If I didn't get in that trouble, I would have been playing at a much higher level. But
Right.
also, which is a good thing, but also if I didn't get in that trouble, there's no telling how much more sneaky stuff I would have done, like how much more
Mm,
stuff I would have been trying to sneak around and do. So, like for me, it's a blessing in disguise.
mm,
Yeah, it was a painful lesson. And, it's just something that I had to go through, learn through, and then actually grow through it.
mm-hmm. I respect that. So I've been following up. Obviously, like I said, you're a brother to me. Like I love to keep in touch with you, but like another person, I don't think a lot of people know that helped mold your future is Big Al Jackson. I mean, you speak highly of him just in a lot of articles that I've read, and how he's just opened the door for you. Like, do y'all still keep in touch? Like, how's that relationship?
Man, Al is like, man, like I love Al, man. Like I know I call him my brother, but man, he means a lot more to me than just saying that's my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Man, like he's a mentor, he's a friend, he's a brother. Like Al is my family, man. Like I really consider him my family. Like he was the one who helped me get my first job over in Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
He pretty much walked me through everything, how to be a professional, even to this day. Before I signed contracts, like, after talking with my wife, he's like one of the main, like one of the first people I called and actually sit down and talk with. He's helped me on like investments and stuff like this. He's helped me on how to give back to my community because like these are things that like his program that he have going on in his hometown for Wise is helping the youth, man. It's a tremendous program,
I saw something that you had said, and it stuck out to me, man. I wonder what kind of like place you were in. Like once you had first got to Iraq, like we read about how there was like a bomb threat, a shootout in the building that you stayed in before. But like one thing that I saw is that you said for 3 hours out of the day, like I was good, I was a man, like I was loving life. But the other 20 to 21 hours, I was lonely. Like, what did you do at that time? Like, how did you get through it, knowing that you had to really rebuild yourself and show people who you were before you got the things that you got? What else did you do at that time?
man. Like honestly, I was just sitting on the phone on the phone with my wife. I would sit on the phone with my mom all day with some of my other family members. And just sitting back playing the Xbox or watching Netflix or like that's when I took up like an interest in option trading. I
Mm,
started learning like I self-taught myself how to option trade.
mm,
For wise is reading a lot of articles, watching a lot of YouTube videos. My wife was buying books and shipping them out to Iraq for me and stuff
wow.
like that. And so, like during that time, like I actually had a lot of time to figure out, who Day Day is,
Mm-hmm.
like how to grow as a person, what I need to do when I get this amount of money, like what I need, where do I need to put this money, man? Because,
Mm-hmm.
seeing $100,000 in cash, man, like I've never seen that in my life.
Yeah.
At that point in Iraq, and it's like, you got a 23-year-old guy with $100,000, man. It's like,
It's
what the
crazy.
hell you gonna do with all this money, man?
No, I respect that. I respect that. And it kind of segued me into this quote that you live by. I see it every single day, man. I even say it at my job, and I say it to my kids. Hashtag Rome wasn't built in a day. Like, why do you believe in that statement so much, and where did it come from?
Man, it's just something like when I was learning more about the whole Roman Empire, like how they were conquering certain territories, and then like it's pretty cliche in a sense, and it's pretty simple. Is pretty much like how the Romans built themselves up,
Mm-hmm.
and then how the entire Roman Empire fell.
Mm.
So this is why I say Rome wasn't built in a day, is because like for me, I've already fell to one of the lowest points in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I'm still building Rome back up.
Mm-hmm.
And spiritual beliefs that the way I'm walking in my spiritual beliefs and in my family beliefs, I don't I don't see myself falling. I don't see my Roman Empire falling. And so
So it
this is
means
why I
that it's
always use Rome wasn't built in a day.
so I guess it'd be safe to say that every brick that you build toward your Roman Empire is intentional. Like, you know what you're doing. Like, each step that you make is calculated because you don't want it to fall again.
Exactly. Calculated steps, man. Like I'm strategically moving every single day. I'm
Mm,
strategically moving. Like every time I move, I'm moving with a purpose.
mm-hmm.
Now, like every day, I'm moving with a purpose. Like I'm not only strategically building for my career. I'm also building for my oldest son, my youngest son.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my wife is building things for when the ball stop bouncing. For why
Yeah.
is that? So everything is pretty much calculated.
Yeah, I respect that. Let's flip the script a little bit. So back in 2015, I remember where I was. I'm sure you remember where you were. We all prayed and hoped that you was going to be that guy to take the whole community to the NBA. But it's crazy, man. Like, just watching you on social media, you just seem so happy overseas. Like, did you expect it to turn out like this? Obviously, we knew the NBA was a long-term dream, but just to see your happiness right now, like, did you ever expect it to be this way?
Man, I honestly, bro, like I expected it to be a lot bigger than what it is.
Mm,
Like for me, I'm still motivated to move higher, to make more money. Obviously every basketball player's dream is to make it in the NBA, but realistically, everybody doesn't play in the NBA.
mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And like as soon as guys realize that and like, oh, okay, I didn't make it to the NBA, you didn't fail. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there's still other ways you can still stay in basketball for a while. It's going overseas
Mm.
and play, man. Like it's a lot of money overseas as well. It's just a lot of guys just don't have the proper guidance to get over here. They don't have the right people around them to actually show them and teach them. But bro, like I'm in such a good place mentally, physically. Man, like I'm enjoying it, bro. Like every single day, I'm enjoying it.
I love it. I love it. So, recent MVP, congrats, my man. Like, I love seeing you get that. I think it was much deserved. Something you should have got sooner in your career. But aside from that, what's been your biggest accomplishment or your greatest accomplishment?
Man, one of my greatest accomplishments, man, bro. Like honestly, bro, is getting married and having my family. Like
I
to
love it.
me, that means a lot more than any dollar or euro that I can ever make. And just sitting back watching, my family grow, watching my kids grow, and just being able to be with my wife and my family every day, man. Like to me, that's my biggest accomplishment, bro.
I love it. I love it. And I guess on the flip side, what's been the biggest challenge that you faced or the biggest challenge that you're currently facing?
Oh man, bro, like what a lot of people a lot of people think, for why just being overseas is all great and it's a smooth street, bro. Like it's so many hurdles, man, for why is
Wow.
like bro, like being paid late, like sometimes, bro, like I don't get paid for 35 days past, 2 months
Wow.
past the time, and so like you have to deal with that, for wise is, also I had a lesion in my ankle to
Hmm.
start the season, and like the medical staff here, bro, like we were going back and forth about it, and I had to seek out and go see another doctor. So like, bro, it's like you deal with so much that a lot of people don't see, and
Wow.
that's like one of the most bizarre and craziest things ever is, being able to show up for work every day and still don't know if you will get paid on time.
Yeah, that's the next part I was gonna say, man. Like you still show up averaging over 25 points a game. Like there has to be a mindset focus to come back and deliver every single day, knowing that that check might not be there when you get home.
Exactly, bro. And it all stems from, just being mentally, being at peace with everything that's going on. Obviously every player or every person's situation is different. It's
Hmm.
like for me, I'm not hurting for money, so like I'm financially good, me and my family. So, I can wait on 15 to $20,000, but
Hmm.
if it goes a little longer, like now my agent steps in, he started handling things on the back end, and so there and so forth.
Mm. Which makes it so much more important that you're already planning for after basketball and trying to get things in order. So this stuff like this won't be an issue.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that. So what's been the most important lesson that you've learned along your journey?
Man, for me, bro, it's just to be professional every day. Always expect the best for yourself. Always give it your all, even when things ain't going right, even when you want to walk in the gym and just go bananas, bro.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's just being professional every day with everything you do, and always expecting the best from yourself, and intrinsic like motivating yourself from within.
Hmm. I like that. So let's switch gears here again, man. Like the stuff that I love to hear about. What's been so important about having your family there?
It's just like, so it's basically like I'm not living two lives, like two
Mm-hmm.
separate lives, like I got my family in America, and then I'm all the way in a completely different country.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically, like I'm having to be a dad through FaceTime, be a dad over the phone, basically,
Wow.
and be a husband, over the phone, which like that was just one of the sacrifices that I had to make at the time to get to today.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, I always knew this day would come, but I just didn't know when.
Right. Has it been a big adjustment? I guess you know the overseas ball really well, but I could just imagine just thinking about how it is here on stateside. I mean, you're always gone. Like you could be in this city today and another city tomorrow, but I just feel like overseas is a little bit different. Is there like a centralized place that you play and your family's always with you, or are there moments where you're away from them as if you were on the road, quote unquote?
No, it's pretty similar to the States. I can be at home for 2 weeks in a row and then be gone for 5, 6 days.
Mm.
And now it's pretty much, well, like my baby boy, he have no idea what's going on. But like for one, is my oldest son, like he's pretty much adjusted to it. He can always pick up the phone, call me, text me, whatever he need. And for
Mm-hmm.
one, is my wife, I mean, she pretty much knows my schedule, how I know my schedule. But like for Wise is the adjustment. I mean, it was pretty easy because this was pretty much my life even during college.
Mm-hmm.
When I had my first son, and when me and Jazz was together in college as well. So it wasn't nothing new to them,
Right, right.
just in a different country.
Respect that. I guess kind of as we wrap things up, man, like what advice do you have for the next kid that wants to follow their basketball dream, may have the parent that says you need to have a backup plan, or see you and just feel like it can happen? Like, what advice do you give that next generation?
Man, bro, like for me, is parents always want what's best for their kids, and a lot of parents give the advice, you need plan A, you need plan B, but I don't really believe too much. Like I don't put a lot of stake in my plan B because it takes away from my plan A.
Mm,
So, for me, it's like I'm going 100% on plan A. If plan A don't work out, we're road whenever that. You know what
mm,
I mean? And like for one, it's like the youth. For me, the biggest thing that I see is they need the right people in their corners, like the right people that's giving them the right advice. They have to know how to decipher what's good and what's not good, for them. And there's nothing wrong with being selfish with your career. Like, it's nothing wrong with putting you first.
like that. Man, I think that's a hell of a quote, man, and something a lot of people won't get. But the fact that you said you don't put a lot of stake in your plan B because it's taken from plan A, like, people just don't see, man. That means I'm so bought in. Like, I bet on myself. I'm so confident what I bring to the table that I don't need a plan B. And a lot of people, I feel like myself included, is you already have that backup plan. And to your point, it takes away from the current goal you're after. So I like that. That's big.
Exactly. So I mean, if you already working on B, C, and D, so you're a little skeptical on A, and like you're not as confident in plan A.
Man,
You see what I'm saying? And so it's a little shaky already from the jump.
I hear. I like that. I like that. So I guess as we wrap things up, man, like, what's next for you, man? You've conquered middle school, you've conquered high school, you've given back to the community. You love your family. You're a class act guy. We've done the college. Now we're overseas. What's next for you? This can't be it.
Uh, no, I mean for Waz it's basketball, man. I usually don't make a decision until July. My season end around June, and come July, I'll just see whatever offer that's on the table, and what's best for my family and me. But right now, I'm writing down some stuff that I have in the works for Wise is giving back to the youth community. Is for Wise me trying to start like a breakfast program back into my community, and
Mm,
so like I got some things that I'm working on before I can present it back to my people, and I just want to make sure I have it 100% together.
I love it. I love it. How can the people find you, man? How can we connect and support and donate to your cause, and just be in the same lane that you are?
Oh, bro, like I'm pretty sure. Well, my wife does a lot of the stuff behind the scenes for me, but I usually just be the face of it. But like I got to give her the credit because she does a lot. She does a lot of the stuff. But I'm pretty sure we will have like GoFund, probably not a GoFundMe, but similar to a GoFund,
Hmm.
like Cash App, PayPal's, and stuff like this. And also, like for me, I want to give everybody that donates, like I want to give them their credit. You know what I mean, for
Hmm.
helping. It's not all, they got this program for the kids because I didn't do it by myself.
Hmm.
So I got to figure out that part for why if they have a business, we can try and advertise the business for why when they make the donations, but I want to give the people that's helping their credit as well.
I respect it, man. You're a class act guy, man. I tell people all the time, your story is one of my favorite stories out there, man. Not because of what you've been through, but the fact that you're not focused on the last chapter. You continue to rewrite the script and focus on the chapter ahead, man. And I think that's something that we all can focus on as we try to get better in this life as a person, but even furthermore, just as a black man, man. You just conquered and you showed us how to do it, man. So I appreciate you and respect the fact that you was here with me.
Bro, I appreciate you hitting me up and having me on your podcast, bro.
Absolutely. Well, people, there you have it. My man Demario, I know him as Day Day, is here with us. Gave us some knowledge, gave us a little bit on his future, what he's been through. So I'll make sure to post all his information on social media so y'all can follow my man and stay connected with him. But until then, we will see you all next week. Peace.